I said hello. Good morning to Kate Rusell. Hi.
Well, hi there. Hi, Will. It's lovely to speak with you.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm great. It's very nice here. I'm in sunny California in the United States, so it's a beautiful day, and looking forward to talking with you about music and all the things that are happening right now.
Yeah. I saw on your website Kate Russell is an artist that brings soul and lyrics image for everything she says.
Yes, yes. I'm more of an eclectic songwriter. I tend to span a lot of different genres, and I started off in Nashville
Mm-hmm.
doing country rock, and I was a bit of a maverick for my time. And recently, we've crossed over to country pop and rock stations all over Europe, so it's been very exciting.
How?
And
Yeah.
the
When?
record's breaking in the UK right now, so that's really great.
Yeah. When? 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 How old you were? You starting with singing?
Oh, I was 5 years old,
Yeah.
and my family was very musical. My grandmother was a light opera singer, and so she would teach me to harmonize with her. And then I took piano and guitar lessons, and later on drums, and just began playing around local clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And that my career took off from there. I went to the United States to study music at Berklee College of Music and University of North Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and then went to Nashville, and I guess it all evolved from there.
Yeah. You have always the love for the country music.
I liked it. I grew up. My dad country records, so that's when I first started to listen to it. Yes, I've always liked it. I love all music. It's all really great, I think.
Your songs, Give Your Love to Me and Dynamite, are getting the most attention. Can you tell can you
Yes.
tell us a little about how the records were made and who is playing in them?
Well, I had a wonderful time in the recording studio making those records with Greg Leese,
Mm-hmm.
who's become a personal friend. He's toured with Eric Clapton and Bob Dylan and Jackson Brown. Bob Glaub has worked with Carole King, Linda Ronstadt, and Stephen Hodges, who has been on tour with Mavis Staples and worked with Tom Waits. So I was in some pretty good company there, and they've all become really great friends, and they are the coolest guys in the room.
Uh-huh. Your music being added on country, pop, and rock stations to throughout Europe. What are throw on this?
I think Europeans tend to appreciate American music more than Americans do. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing to have that kind of acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as I said, I've done my time in Nashville and feel heroic for breaking down the barriers, infusing more elements of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. What is the in this moment is Nashville what we think here in Europe about Nashville, is that always the great country center of the world?
Yes, it is definitely.
Yes.
That's where all the country music action is. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
What inspired you to start making music?
Um, I just it just evolved. I think from playing a lot of live dates when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started producing my own records.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bit of a maverick in that regard, but I do collaborate with other people too. Rich Mauser was my co-producer, and Terry Wright, executive producer on the "Give Your Love to Me" album.
Mm-hmm.
And during the sessions, the engineer and I looked at each other and we said, "There's the magic. You can't buy those creative moments that just happen in the studio."
Mm-hmm. Have you always produced your own records?
Oh yes, yes. I've
Yeah.
always been yes, definitely.
What is the meaning about music for you?
Well, I think it's just it's about making art. You know, there's nothing more rewarding than having people acknowledge and accept it.
Yeah. Do you play instruments?
Yes, I play piano, guitar, bass, and drums
Yeah.
on my own personal band, so that when I have a rehearsal, as a friend of mine says, everybody shows up. I'm just kidding. No, it's yeah. I play a lot of instruments. I think it gives you a better perspective as a producer in the studio, to be honest, because that way you can work with each individual player and get really what you want.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Do you write the most of the songs by yourself?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. And now the beautiful song. After this conversation, I go play the song "Give Your Love." Tell about this song.
Oh, this song was magical for me. Stephen Hodges, the drummer, added a really great R&B feel to this track, and it just really lifts it. It's just one of my favorites.
Hmm. And you write the song by yourself.
Yes,
Okay.
and I do. There are some collaborations from time to time, but mostly it's my own work. Yes.
You have more plans for this year. We're now starting in the year 2020. What are the plans for the rest of this year?
Plans for the rest of this year are doing more live solo dates.
Hmm.
I like to have a more intimate approach and get back to the basic song. So we'll probably be doing more live performances this year, and we are working on getting some dates together in Europe. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that's the other plan we have.
Yeah. In today's music world, streaming seems to be the direction. As an artist,
Yes.
producer, and record company owner, where do you see this all going?
Well, there's all kinds of vehicles now,
Mhm.
like Facebook and Instagram, and I think the streaming services have taken over the business, and now it's an international market. So you can be anywhere in the world and find that particular song that you want and that you love. But radio, however, is still a vehicle that's important to the promotion of music. It's a way to reach listeners,
Uh-huh.
and I'm thankful to my supporters and fans who are gathering around the world.
Yeah. The listeners, where can the listeners find more information? I think it's on your website
Yes,
www.katerusell.com.
yeah, with two L's and two S's, and the music is also available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and Amazon.es.
Yeah, yeah. The music on Spotify, they can everything what you have produced. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I thank you for the conversation on this morning. And final word from you to all the listeners, and I go starting the song "Give Your Love."
Well, thank you for having me, Will, on the show, and thank you for everybody for listening.
Okay. You have a nice day. Thank you. Till the next time.
You too. Thanks, Will.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.